Hello and welcome back to Salud Watch with me, your host, Thomas Cole. We have the latest news on Salud Carbajal, and according to his newsletter, he's back at work supporting California values. These include the usual, including proxy wars in Ukraine and Gaza, stopping all the gas and oil production in our county, and eliminating thousands of good-paying jobs. Salud has suggested the new jobs of the future will be building wind farms or recycling trash for a living. Or we should look into becoming data programmers, because Salud has killed off all the good jobs in the county to save our environment, no doubt. But Salud works hard every day, keeping our borders open, flooding our county with 28,000 illegals per year. This does not help with our housing crisis because these immigrants get tax-free government money for rent, and they are competing with you for living space, for jobs, health care, welfare, schools, everything. And it's your money that pays for their rent. But Salud says pay no attention to all that because we have California values. Maybe it's Salud's Montecito donors that like the cheap maids and gardeners. Maybe they tell him, hey Salud, vote to let those illegals in because we need them. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that Salud was an illegal alien himself for 28 years. Yes, from 1964 to 1992, Salud was an illegal alien here in America. So maybe he has a special place for that group. Who knows? I was going to ask him about this when we were running for Congress, but he refused to debate little old me. That's why we call him Chicken Salud. See this hilarious poster we made over here. And if that wasn't enough California values, Salud supports trans men in your daughter's locker room, saying, quote, we have to respect their rights. When he voted to protect the guy in the girl's shower and not protect your daughter. So it's tough luck, daughter. We must respect these guys' rights to shower with you and smack you around with a basketball, too. So these are all important projects that Salud has been working on in Congress. It's been a busy 6 years of toil, effort, flying back and forth, trying to save the nation and keep those California values intact. Oh, wait a minute. What's that? This just came in. Let me read it. This week, Salud voted to give himself a 40% raise. Congresspeople currently paid $170,000 a year, and now he's voting for $240,000 a year. Talk about California values. It's worth noting that we Americans just suffered through 35% of inflation in 1 year. All of our dollars were devalued by 1/3. Thanks, government. And the irony is, inflation is always caused by Congress. Yes, tax and spend Democrats, and also by too many Demubblicans, Spendaholics or rhinos, whatever you want to call it. They spend like drunken politicians. For instance, did you know when Salud was a county supervisor in charge of county finances, after 8 years he increased county debt by over $1 billion. That's $1,000 million of unfunded pension debt that Salud signed off on. And now, the last 6 years in Congress, from 2016 to 2022, Salud the spender approved another $16 trillion of unfunded federal debt. This guy is a spendthrift with other people's money, your money. I really can't believe people still vote for this. To give you an idea of how much $16 trillion is, our district share of that alone equals $35 billion of new debt on you. That is $87,500 for every voter in our district. You now owe that money to some bondholder in Iran or Boston or London. It doesn't matter who, you still owe it. And the debt keeps growing. That's why I say Salud is the perfect politician. He borrows to pay wages for all the government pensioners who aren't working, and the foreign wars, and the virus shutdowns, and the DEI programs, And then he puts the giant bill on us, the voters. It's like they are buying your vote with borrowed money that you will have to pay back by forced taxation or by inflation, where the government just prints more money and destroys the value of your dollars. The rule to remember is all government spending is taxation, and the less government spending and taxation we have, the better. You know best how to spend your money, not some government bureaucrat. So those are little rules to think about when you vote. So Salud vote himself a 40% pay raise. I can imagine it's expensive going to Congress to work for 20 whole weeks out of the year, but we just had 35% inflation, so our dollars aren't going very far. Congress needs to cover that cost of living, or else they'll go under. Of course, none of us are getting a 40% pay raise, but we can be proud to know our representative has California values again and is voting for a raise with more debt on our backs. I, for one, would not vote for any spending beyond our current income. And that means no more printing and borrowing to fund 35% of the government. We can't afford a $2 trillion spending deficit every single year, and that's what's been happening for a decade now. So, we really can't afford another penny of debt, and we should not have to have our wages depressed, our dollars devalued, our nation drained dry by big tax and spend politicians. So please consider economics when you vote for a politician. Do they always vote to increase taxes? Salud does. And do they throw money at every war, every welfare bill, and every foreign nation bailout? Salud always does. Our congresspeople should be as careful with your money as they are with your own money. Do you throw it away at the racetrack or buying drinks and dinners for your whole block? Of course not. But that's what's happening in Congress. So that's our happy report for this week. Here at Salud Watch, we'll continue to keep an eye on our California Values Congressman, Chicken Salud. This is Thomas Cole signing off for now, wishing you peace and prosperity. Till next time, good day.